Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm super excited about today. I'm waiting for a few more people to come on board and we can get started. I am actually, while we are waiting for everyone, let me just explain. I am struggling with the jet lag. Now, who out of you guys so far who are on, who made it to my Singapore live? Because I really enjoyed that. And I think that you guys really did too. It was a little bit of a different time because obviously the time difference and everything. But I was really, really excited about, having you guys all on that whole like live and everything. And it was actually really fun doing it from a different place and just being daylight because obviously when I do it here, it's nighttime. So it was really nice to kind of like actually do it in the morning, which was there, and kind of get ready for my day out. And I think you guys really, really enjoyed that. And tell me, did any of you guys actually try the whole humidity proof makeup? Did you guys try it? Because obviously you can rewatch everything. Hi guys, really excited to see you guys here. And today, let me explain what we're going to be doing. So we are going to be testing out new makeup. So I already actually have my base done. I've not got any powder or anything done. It's kind of like just a matte-ish foundation that I put on with some concealer on. The only areas that I've kind of set are my eye area, and that's it. So everywhere else, it's just kind of like a CC cream that I use. So a couple of different things that we're going to be trying. Going to be answering your questions as we go along, but once I am done, I'm going to go through all the questions and try and answer as many as I possibly can. And I do have a lot of you who actually kind of leave comments later on and leave questions later on the video. So I always kind of like respond just saying, save your question for the next live. Really hopefully you can make it and everything. So yeah, if you have any questions about anything, then let me know. But yeah, I'm struggling with the jet lag. Has been a bit difficult. I thought it was going to be easy because I thought, you know what, because of the time difference, I'm going to be kind of like getting up a little bit earlier here. But it has not been the case because I feel like I'm trying to kind of just catch up with sleep as well, because I feel like the whole it was a night flight and I feel like it really affected me and I hardly got any sleep. So every day I feel like I'm sleeping. I mean, I'm saying I'm getting up late. I'm getting up at like 7:30 and I feel like I'm still catching up on those few hours. So I know it's morning where a lot of you guys are. So good morning to all of you. Hope you got your coffee ready. So let's get started. So let me just say hello to a few people. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Elizabeth. And we've got Hina, Sue. We've got Mina. And who else have we got? We've got Randy. We've got two different Randys. We've got Diane, Danielle, Joyce. Hey, how are you all? I'm super excited about this. So like I said, just to reiterate, I've done my base because there are new kind of makeup products that I'm trying out and I really want to show you. Some of them are kind of like base products in the sense of like blush and bronzer and powder. And then we've got some eyeshadows that I'm trying and also some lip products. So I really wanted to kind of show you something today included in this testing new makeup, which was how to do something, which is actually how to blend liquid eyeshadows. Really excited about showing you that because I've been super excited about trying these products. Now let's get started. So everyone keeps talking about my husband's voiceover. I know everyone loves it, right? And he loves reading the comments, by the way. Literally every morning, I think he just reads comments and everyone's like, oh my God, your husband's so amazing that he did that. So yeah, he's loving it. So, okay, let's get started. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to try on my skin. But I think before we do that, I am going to go straight in with showing you how you can actually apply and blend liquid eyeshadow. Now, these three eyeshadows that I'm going to be using are from Beauty Bay. Now, if you've already seen, I use quite a lot of Beauty Bay stuff, like their own brand. So if you don't know Beauty Bay is like, it's an online beauty retailer. They stock so many different brands like Anastasia Beverly Hills, like all the top brands. But then they also themselves have their own makeup brand called Beauty Bay. So like, same way like you have Sephora and you have Sephora own brand products. So Beauty Bay products are actually very, very good. And I especially love their eyeshadows because their eyeshadow palettes are so good. They're really kind of very affordable. Let me just grab one because I've got one here and I'm going to show you this. I'm not using this today, but I am going to be using this on some future tutorials coming up. But like they do really like, let me just put these down. So they do like mini palettes and medium palettes. So you've got this one here. So this is the earthy palette. And look at that. How awesome is that, right? So you've got that green palette. And then you've got this fiery palette, which I want to show you. Ooh, I don't know where I'm going here. So there you go. So you've got all that in there as well. Like they have some amazing palettes, honestly. Like and they're such good quality as well. So, okay. Right, let's get on with this. I'm going to get started with these cream eyeshadows, these liquid eyeshadows. So basically these three, it comes in one pack. It's a liquid eyeshadow trio. And I want to apply all of this. So what I'm going to be doing, I've got 3 different colors. I've got 2 mattes and 1 kind of shimmery shade in here. Now, one is like a caramel color, like almost a latte color. And then the other one is almost like a mocha color. It's a little bit kind of, bit more punchy, a bit more of a brick brown. So I'm going to use the latte color first. And I'm going to grab hold of a brush. So let's grab a brush. I'm going to be using my E45 from Sigma. And the cream eyeshadow comes in a pot like that. So you've got, this is what it looks like, right? Now what we're going to do, let me get my mirror. Yeah, so Abir said that she's just ordered a palette from them. I know they're so good. Honestly, their quality is very, very good. So it's a couple of people. Hi, Seema. Hope you're well. Hi, Michelle. Hi, everyone else. I'm going to go through everything in a bit. So, okay, I know my face is a bit shiny, but it's because we're going to be using something to like mattify it and everything. Now, I've already got a little bit of mascara on, but it's fine. We can just go ahead with this. So I'm going to basically just paint this on. And this is going to be my base because this is actually a very close color to my skin, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to actually add some depth to it. So I've applied it all over my eyelid. And I'm just basically using this brush to really kind of like take it into the socket and everything. So even though it's very close to my skin color, it's a really good way to use this as a base because basically it dries up on the skin as you're blending it. It doesn't dry too quickly, but you can already see this is a little bit deeper now than the other eye. The other eye just, you can see that it has added some color. We are going to just add another layer and we're going to do the same thing. And when you're using colors which are actually close to your skin color, the blending is just so much easier. Okay, there you go. So we've got that as our base there. I'm going to go ahead and do this on this side too. So remember we applied 2 layers. So all I'm doing is basically getting my brush and very lightly skimming over the eyes. We're going to add a little bit more to that. Okay. You know, I really look forward to my lives because I love like knowing that I'm going to be like talking to you guys and you guys are all going to be online at the same time as me. It's just just a really nice way to connect. When I initially started these lives, I didn't actually think I was going to do it on a weekly basis. And then the first one was so great. And then afterwards, I was like, you know what? I actually really enjoy this. I was like, I'm going to do this as a weekly thing. So like every Sunday, I want to meet up with you guys and just generally kind of just connect with you guys. And even if sometimes we're just reviewing makeup, sometimes we're just chatting about makeup, or even if we're doing a full look, you know, I want to change it up. I don't want it to be like every single Sunday we're doing the same thing. I do want to kind of change it up so that I can really get to know you guys and also just kind of absorb a bit more from you guys too about what you want to see on the channel, not just on the live. But yeah, I really, really do enjoy it. And I just feel like it's a really nice way for me to kind of just meet you guys, even though I don't get to see you as much as I would love to. It's just really nice to be able to kind of see you guys. So, hi, who's someone's from Sweden? Wow. Okay, now, oh, by the way, that color, which to be honest, you know, it doesn't matter because you get it in a trio. You can't buy them separately. But this one was called Biscotti, right? And the next one that I'm going to be using, you want to let this dry a little bit, right? Let this dry. The next one that I'm going to be using is called Teddy. So it's a little bit more of a kind of brick brown, like I said. So we want to let this dry. This dries pretty quick, by the way, but not to the point where you're like, okay, now I just can't blend it anymore. It's so easy to blend. So I've got some on from the other color now. And this is where what I'm going to do is actually add this towards the end of the eye here. And I'm just going to like basically just a little bit here. See where I've applied that there? I'm going to use the same brush. And I'm basically going to just take this along that end section where I've applied it. But I'm also going to drag it upwards here. Now my pressure is very light with this. It's not heavy with the brush. So now I'm going to just go into the socket a bit. There you go, right there. This is a very subtle kind of look that we're doing. It's nothing crazy. Now you do want to get a tissue. Just keep a tissue so that you can really kind of blot the brush on the tissue kind of midway. And all that's going to do is just take off any excess. Excess? Okay. So there you go. You can see it's like a wash of color, but it's a little bit kind of like not as, how can I put this? It's got a little bit more color to it now. It's not so kind of just close to my skin color. So keep layering it up however much you want to, like depending on how much of that color you want for it to come through. But hopefully this does show you that these are really easy products to layer. And honestly, I really do hope they come out with more colors because these are absolutely amazing. So I'm going to go along and do this on the other eye now. So just going to add a bit here. And you don't have to actually apply all of these colors. You could just use one as a wash of color and that's it. I just want to show you what they all look like. So do you remember? So remember, we're putting this into the socket here, right? Do you remember last week we spoke about doing a live session where, you know, you guys can also kind of like sit down and do the makeup with me? I want to do that next Sunday because what I want to do is really kind of give you guys a bit of a heads up in terms of like what products you need, because obviously I want you guys to go away and have a bit of notice in terms of like, okay, this is the look we're going to do. So these are the products we're going to need. And I'm going to be putting that up on my community posts during the week. So keep an eye on that, because what I want to do is put that up and just write a list out so that you guys know exactly what you're going to need. It doesn't matter if it's not the same exact brand, but you know, you can get the products. It's still going to help you in some way. Obviously, there's going to be a difference in the results, just generally based on the experience that you have, your technique that you're using, the pressure that you're using, and also the products as well. That does make a difference. But I just think it will be a nice, fun kind of live, right? So I will be putting a list up for you guys. I mean, you guys voted for this today, by the way. I did put up a poll on my community page, and it kind of, you guys really wanted to see the testing new makeup. So here we go. So, okay, so we've applied that. Now, what I do want to do is add a little bit of this to the lower lash line. So this is where I am going to put a little bit on the back of my hand, because I don't want to use that whole wand to kind of take off. I just clicked my back. Oh, okay. Now, I'm going to use the Refa 12 brush. I'm going to go into that color on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to take it underneath. I think this is my favorite color, the teddy color. But both colors are so good. Should we put a little bit more? Ooh, okay. I love that it's morning where some of you guys are, and you guys have just got up and you're like, got your coffee and like, you know, just joining me to start your day. Hopefully I'm starting your day in the right way. Maybe next Sunday, what do you think of this? Because a lot of you, it is like morning where you are, right? When you watch me on the live, maybe you want to do like a work look. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that? Because then you can do your makeup with me and then you can go to work. How awesome is that? And then you can basically, you would have got ready with me in the morning. That's pretty cool, I think. What do you think? Oh, okay. So, oh, thanks, Lynette. I'll make your Sunday mornings brighter. That is so nice. Okay, so this next one is Tiara, and this is the shimmery one, right? So I'm actually going to get, which brush am I going to get? Let's get this one. No. Let's get this one. This is my Sigma E57 brush, and I am going to basically put this just in the middle there. See where I've got that? I'm going to get this brush and I'm just going to pat, but I'm going to keep it along the center because I don't want to like take it all the way across the whole lid. Let me just get a mirror because I can't see a thing. Yeah. So basically you want to spread it out, but not so it's covering the whole lid. And also you don't just want it to look like a blob of, you know, shimmer there either. So you really do want to make sure that you kind of blend it enough. Okay, I like that. I think that's fine. I might just add another slick of mascara just to finish this off. I mean, it's not so much me showing you a whole look today. It's me trying a whole load of makeup on my face, so it might not all go together, but I just want to show you and test out the makeup. So this is not about the finished look, guys. So just FYI. So, okay, let's add some more here. I really like this. I think I might create a video using this, like as in a full look. What do you think? Because I actually think this is such a nice, like, look. If I did it, you know, like with a whole kind of base and everything done and everything trying to complement that whole eye look. What are your thoughts on that? So, work look, yes, please. Okay, I think it's a really good idea. Let's do that because obviously so many of you, it's morning time there, right? Oh no, but it's a Sunday. Are you guys going? You guys going to work on a Sunday? I don't think you are, right? What kind of look do you want to do then? What do you want to do next Sunday where you're actually doing it with me? What are your thoughts on that? Like, do you want to still do a work look or do you want to do like a, I don't know, a day look, I don't know, like a brunch style look, like something which is kind of like a day date or I don't know, natural work look. I feel like you can kind of call it whatever you want, right? Because realistically, like I could say this is a work look and if I go out on the weekend with it, no one's going to say, oh, that's a work look. Like you can just kind of do what you want really, can't you? We have Inez. Hi, Nina. I missed your last live, but I'm watching this one. So happy to have you here. And also, I put patchy cream on your lids, set with concealer and powder. Yes, what I had underneath this, by the way, was a little bit of concealer, which I set with powder many hours ago. So yeah, that's that. And then I went straight in with the liquid eyeshadow. Okay, so most people really want the work look thing, right? A natural kind of like everyday look. Okay, yeah, let's keep it easy, because then we can always build up and do other things, right? So let's start off easy. So okay, I'm gonna make a note of that, by the way, because I have a reminder for everything, by the way, literally everything. Okay, so reminder. Okay, list products for Sunday live post on community page. Okay, and when it's really, really important, I put the like red exclamation mark, because obviously a reminder isn't enough for me. So okay, let me put that. I'm going to put that on Tuesday so that it gives me enough time. Oh, and let me just make a note. What we're doing, we're doing a natural work look. Natural work look. Okay, done, guys. Done. I'm going to be posting it during the week, the list of products that you're going to need for the Sunday look, so that you can all get your makeup out and do it with me. That's going to be so much fun. Oh, it's going to be a natural look, because obviously I want it to be quick for you as well. I want you to be able to go away and, you know, like get it done quick, because I know that at the end of the day, if it is a work look, then obviously you're going to want to do it. I mean, it really depends, because I feel like with some people who I speak to, they're like, oh, I've only got 10 minutes. And some people are like, I've got 30 minutes max. I don't think I've ever heard anyone tell me that they have longer than 30 minutes to do their makeup, or that they even want to do their whole look in over 30 minutes. So I feel like let's try and keep it within the 30 minutes, so that, you know, you guys, it's achievable. It's something that you can do. And I don't want you guys to then go away and be like, oh my God, that took an hour. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going to keep it easy for you. So anyway, let me just put, yeah, I'll put a little bit of mascara on. This is just my NARS Climax mascara. I mean, I did already have mascara on. I'm just kind of like piling it on right now. But like I said, this is not about the whole look. This is me putting a whole load of different makeup on to test it, and to kind of like share with you what I think about it, and to show you guys what I think about it. This is the first time that I'm using all of this makeup other than this mascara that I just put on. So it's the first time I've tried that. So yeah, I tried it on the back of my hand just to blend it a little bit to see. But yeah, so as you can see, that's a really nice natural liquid eyeshadow that I think you guys are going to love. Super easy to blend, as you guys saw for yourself. Now, I'm going to try some other products. I've got some Simi Haze Beauty products, which I'm super excited about trying. Never tried that makeup. So really, really excited about that. Before we do go into that, I do have some, not my usual makeup that I go for, I'm going to be honest with you, but they sent me some stuff and I thought, you know what? Why not? I'm sorry. I've got my slippers on. I just quickly dropped them because it was getting really hot. So yeah, I thought, why not? Let's try it, because I've seen everyone using this kind of like blush from them. And I thought, you know what? They've sent me it. Let me just try it. I mean, obviously I know. I don't know. I don't know if it's good or not, but we're going to try it out. So 2 things I'm using from SheGlam. One is the Pout Perfect Shine Lip Plumper, and this is in the shade Sepia Kiss. So I am going to go ahead and put a little bit of lip liner on, and I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Sheet in Pillow Talk Intense 3. This is very, it's like a brown. So it goes with this lip shade. Now I'm just going to apply it and then buff it in. There you go. I feel like I've got, yeah, I knew it. I was feeling a spot because I was resting it and I was like, what is that? Okay. I just want to lightly do this because I just want to try it because I'm trying some other stuff on, some other lip stuff on. Okay. Michelle is like, I love the eye look, especially how I love how simple it was to do. Yeah, super easy, see? So please do head on to the description because I've put all the links there too, so you can head over and grab yours. That trio is honestly amazing because I feel like you can use each of those products on their own as well. You don't have to use all three together. Like I would very happily use that teddy shade on its own as well because it's just such a nice color. And I feel like obviously if you have a lot lighter skin than me, you're a lot lighter in skin tone, then the first shade that I used is going to show up really well on you. It obviously is more of a kind of base color for me because it's so close to my skin tone, but there are kind of like, they're going to match. You're not all of you guys, you know, the same skin color as me. So let me try this. This is like a, this is what it looks like, by the way. It looks like that. Okay. Yeah. What did this say this is? It's a Pout Perfect Shine Lip Plumper. I mean, it's actually not as dark as I thought it was going to come out. That actually feels so good on the skin. It just feels like lip balm. It is nothing like I thought it was going to be. This actually feels like lip balm. So when you think of lip plumper, you just think it's going to sting, right? And this is nothing like that. No, it's literally just like lip balm. That's all it is. It doesn't sting at all. So I don't even know if this is actually going to plump my lips up. But tiny bit tingly, but nothing major. I mean, it's not dark at all. The pigment is nothing like it looks when you actually open it up. So, you know, if you're looking for this brown color, it's definitely not going to come out like that. So I guess it really depends on what you're after. Like I personally don't like it to be too dark, so it works fine for me. So, okay, that's that first product done. I'm going to leave that on for a little bit. I just blot it a little bit. So the next one I'm going to be using is the She Glam Color Bloom Liquid Blush. And this is in Love Cake. So this looks like this. It's like that. Have you guys seen this on TikTok and stuff? I've seen a lot of people using this. And yeah, well, let's try it, I guess, because apparently it's really good. Okay, let me just quickly answer a couple of questions because then later on I kind of like scroll up and I can't see any. Like I miss a whole load of them. Okay, something really easy and quick, Julie said. Yes, 100% we're going to do that. We're going to make sure that it is easy and quick for you guys on Sunday. And what else have we got? Okay, so can you show us how you manage to create the depth on your outer corner of your eyes? Is it with concealer or highlighter? How, if you wouldn't mind just elaborating on that question, because how I create the depth on the outer corner of my eyes is with the eyeshadow to make sure the eyeshadow is a little bit darker, which is that one that I used was a little bit deeper than the initial one that I used, but I'm not using concealer or highlighter for that. So if your question was something else, just elaborate on that so I can give you the correct answer. I love the eye look. I especially love how simple it was to do. Yep, super, super simple. What brand is the best brush for contouring? For contouring, so when you're buffing the contour in, I would assume you're talking about liquid or cream contour, like because I use concealers to contour. I would say it's the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Complexion Brush because honestly, I've been using this for years. It's absolutely amazing. I think you're going to love it. So yeah, that's the best one that I would recommend. Julie is saying, quick question, Nina, my brow pencil Benefit brand correct shade, doesn't show on my skin. I'm using powder over my skin before doing my brows, like you suggested to me before. Should I use a brow pen? So it's the correct shade for you, but it doesn't show on your skin. Is that what you're saying? So you're using powder over your skin before doing your brows, like I suggested. Yeah. Should I use a brow pen? If it depends. If you have sparse brows, then I would say yes. Like I have a 3-step brow situation, because you've probably saw me do it on the last one or the time before, where I use a light, like a very light brow pen just at the beginning, and then I use a brow pencil, and then I use a darker brow pen throughout. So if you have quite sparse brows like me, then I would suggest using a brow pen at the end, yes, because I feel like that can really help to create that depth and just to replicate those hairs. So which mascara have you used? Does it curl the lash, or do you use an eyelash curler? I used the NARS Climax mascara, and I already had some mascara on, which was the same mascara, to be honest. I already had some on before, so it's kind of, I've just put it on top because I just wanted to show you roughly what it looks like with, you know, with the eyeshadow on. So yes, I do always use a eyelash curler, by the way, before applying my mascara. So let's get through some of these. Yeah, I use the NARS Climax, which is the red one. And yeah, most of you asked about the mascara. I used the NARS Climax mascara. I feel like I've said that 10 times now. But the NARS, let me just put it in here, guys. Okay, I used the NARS Climax red tube. Okay. There you go. It's there. Okay, now let me now use this blush and let's see what this is about, right? I'm going to use a brush to just kind of like buff it into the skin. Let me see what one I can use. I'm going to use this. This is an Otis brush 011. It's just like a brush like that I can use to buff it in. Let's put this here. Oh, it's quite a lot. Okay, well, let's see how good this really is, right? Because I've seen everyone using this. And I'm like, are you just being paid to use it, or is it actually good? Do you know what I mean? It's really difficult to figure that out sometimes. I mean, I feel like I can usually tell because, you know, I'm kind of on camera and you kind of like know when people are, this is actually really good. I mean, blush doesn't always show up that well on me because of my skin tone, and also because it's hard because I want it to show, but at the same time I don't want it to be so kind of like, oh my god, she's wearing blush. Like I want it to kind of be like, okay, she's got a little flush of color, but when you have like tan skin, I feel like it's harder to get that flush of color for it to look natural and not like, oh my god, she's got so much blush on, you know, because it's like either or. I actually really do like this blush. By the way, guys, that blended in perfectly. Super impressed with this. I did not think I was going to like this. Okay. There you go. And again, all the products are listed in my description, guys. Really, really impressed with that. Super impressed with that blush. I'm just going to layer it up the same way I did on the other side. Okay, highly recommend this blush. I don't know what it's going to sit like underneath powder, but we'll see. We'll see how that sits. Okay. Margaret's like, I actually caught a live chores stopped. 100%. Put whatever it is you were doing down. Just stop what you're doing. Chores don't need to be done. It's just, isn't it a Sunday? Yeah, it's a Sunday. So, well, maybe some people do chores on Sundays. Okay. The blush brand and color, it's She Glam. Shocking, I know. It's She Glam and it's called Love Cake, right? Thank you so much, Mary. That is so sweet of you. I really, really appreciate that. You are a sweetheart. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the blush on, right? And it's actually blended in perfectly. I would really, really highly recommend that. I'm very shocked at that. Okay, next up, we're going to be trying Simi Haze, right? Everyone's going on about this. This is just launched in Dubai here. And yeah, so this is what the packaging is like, right? This is what the box is like. Really nice and simple. And just, I like the packaging. It's nice. And then this is what it looks like inside. It looks like a, what do you call it? Oh my God, what's it called? What am I trying to think of? Guys, what does this look like? I mean, it looks like an Oreo, but I'm thinking of something else. Yes, a macaroon. That's what it looks like. I was like, what? I couldn't remember what it's called. But yeah, it's, how do you say that? Is it macaron or macaroon? I don't even know, guys. I'm not the person to ask about that. Okay, I always pronounce everything wrong. So, okay, someone type out how you pronounce it. Children's poster paint. Yeah, it does also look like that. It's very, I'm going to describe the packaging to you. This packaging is like sleek. I'm like, that looks nice, right? Sleek, grey, I like it. My kind of thing. Very simple, no obvious bright colors. And then you open it up and it looks like a cookie of some sort. Oh, it's macaroon. I am saying it right. Okay. So it opens up like that. I'll be honest, I was there for ages before I started the live trying to go like that. And then it unscrewed. And it kind of looks like a little, it is a little bit plasticky and I can hear it rattling. So it is a little bit plasticky. That's the only thing. Like, I feel like that's going to fall out at some point. But anyway, it's all about the actual product, right? So let me just quickly say hello to a few people. Whew. We've got Peaches. Hello, I live in Abu Dhabi. How can I get my makeup to stay matte on my nose and not look cakey? Well, hello. You're not far from here. Well, okay, how can you get your makeup to stay matte on your nose? I'm actually going to show you that in a bit, right? So bear with me. Someone's put, can you do a live with your mum where you apply makeup on her? Oh, well, yeah, when she comes next time, maybe I will try and see if we can do that. My mum, I feel like I'm just going to make her fall asleep, like if I do her makeup. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get her to do a live. We'll do something on her. So so macaron is the American way to say it, is it? That's what someone's put. Okay. If I do this, it always looks a bit messy to where I'm trying to do it in a bit of a flick. Okay, I'm going to answer that question about the end of the eye because someone has elaborated on her question. It's fine. I'll answer that shortly. Don't worry, I've got it. I understand what you're saying. Okay, let me just put this on first, right? So this is like a weird texture. This is the bronzer. It's like a cream, but not soft. It's like a hard cream. So it's really difficult to kind of explain. But I feel like the way I want to apply this is I'm feeling like the vibe it's giving me is that I need to kind of apply it with a brush. So I am going to just, let me get this. What shall I use to apply it? Let me just get something. I've got so many brushes here. How can I not find one brush to blend this in with? Okay, let's do it with this, I guess. Yeah, this is my Tarte dual-ended brush. Don't know what else it's called. It's just a dual-ended brush. Okay. Yeah, it looks like a macaroon, but opens like an Oreo. Very true, right? Okay, so I'm going to get this. What is your favorite tinted makeup with SPF? Has to be It Cosmetics CC cream. I don't know if that's what you would class as a tinted product, but it's a CC cream. So yeah, that's probably my favorite one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this. I'm going to get some of this on the brush. Now I am going to put the brush on a tissue first because I don't want to like all of a sudden have a whole load of product on my skin. Okay, what I do like, there's not this crazy amount of product. I actually really do like this. So remember, all I have is my base on. I don't have any powder or anything on. I actually really like this, guys. What are you guys thinking of this so far? I really like it. See, this is where, okay, sometimes the packaging isn't that great, but you know what? It's all about what's inside. It's all about what's inside, guys. I really do like this. Are you seeing this, guys? Are you seeing how good this actually is, right? It's not just me, right? It is good. Let me just put the brightness up on my screen so I can see what you're seeing. I don't know what that was. Okay. So look at that. Right? Okay, I'm actually really liking this bronzer. Do you know what this is called? This is called the Skin Suede Melting Bronze Balm. By the way, I'll tell you what is also important. If there are any matte girls out there, you know, who like the makeup to be matte, then it's about how it sets as well, right? Because it's not just about putting it on the skin. If you're someone who doesn't necessarily wear powder, then fair enough. I'm just flipping the brush so that I can just blend the edges. That's better. Okay, I really like it. I'm going to put some up here as well. I really like it. I would 100% use that again. Okay, I'm going to close this so you can see what I mean. It's just a bit... Can you hear that? That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, okay. That's good. I like that. And that color, by the way, was Oak. Let me read a few of these. Thank you so much, Cherry. I hope I've said your name right. Or Sherry. Sherry. You are the only person I follow for makeup tips. I'm 50s woman of color, and I find your instructions to be very helpful. Things have changed so much since I started wearing makeup. Lol. Oh my God, that is amazing. Thank you so much. And that makes me so happy to hear that. It's things like that that really make me feel like, you know, like this is all worth it. Like being so consistent with everything and, you know, keeping things so educational for you guys. Like that's why I do it, because I really want to be able to I just want to make everyone super confident in themselves and to feel beautiful and to feel like you can do your own makeup and you feel like happy and content. Do you know what I mean? I want you to go out feeling like Superwoman. Like I want you to feel like you can go out and you feel fully confident in yourself, you know? Because I feel like it's really not difficult to feel that, but I feel like sometimes when you don't feel like you look good and you're so conscious of it, it can really play on how you are in general and how you come across and how you deal with things. And, you know, I think we've all been there at some point, you know, and I think as you get older, you are a bit more confident generally, but it can be quite a difficult thing to deal with, because I feel like there's a lot of pressure on us to just, as women, to look a certain way. And I just want to make everyone feel confident. That's all I want, and to feel happy, and to help anyone who wants to feel better about themselves. So it does make me very happy when I hear those things. So thank you so much. Oh, okay. So that is silky smooth. Yeah, it is. It goes on really, really nicely. Exactly, right? Someone's put very nice color, not as bold as it looks in the container. That's cherry. Exactly. I thought this was going to be too dark for me, but actually it's come out really, really nice. It's very kind of like transparent, and I like that because you can build it up, right? But you've got the option of it being quite light. So gorgeous colors. I'm totally a matte girl. Love earth colors. Same here. Love them. Got something very special coming, by the way, guys. Super, super excited. Actually, I can't really tell you the whole thing properly, but just stay tuned. I've got something coming. Speaking of earthy, which I think you guys are going to love. And it's a little trio of my own, which I'm really excited about you guys trying out. I think you're going to love it. And it's going to be available there, especially for those of you in the US. So, okay, super excited. Not going to say more on it, but it's going to be coming soon. Okay, so yep, with oily skin, we're going to try and cover that too. I love you guys too, honestly. Yep. Oh, that's so nice. Mary's put, you do more than make us feel confident. We're so happy to have your techniques at hand. Thank you so much. Watching you put makeup looks so much better. I'm just glad that you guys are getting something out of these videos. Honestly, I'm really, really happy about that. So moving on, now we are going to mattify the face. We're going to be using the Simi Haze Soft Blur Moisture Lock Setting Powder. I've seen a lot about this. We've got like a vanilla macaroon. Oh, vanilla macaroon here. That was the powder puff. So that's what it looks like, right? It's like that. And then we've got like a puff here. I mean, I don't know if I want to use this puff? I mean, I feel like I have a better puff. Or should I try that puff? I should probably try that puff. Okay, let's try it. I mean, I'm guessing there's only one. Yeah, this is invisible. Soft blur. Let's try this. Let's start on the forehead. Should we see how this is going to mattify my face? Because it's super oily. Guys, look at the shine there. What? I mean, okay, you can see how greasy my face is, right? Let's just go over the nose. This is going back to that question about the nose, right? I have foundation on my nose. There's not a lot of it. That's the first tip. Use a mattifying primer on your nose after your moisturizer. Don't put too much around the nose area of anything, to be honest with you. And then once you've put your primer on, like a mattifying one, like for example, the Hourglass Veil Primer is a really good one to kind of put there, or the Benefit Professional is a really good one. Then once you've done that, you put on your foundation, but you always want to make sure that your nose actually has less product than anywhere else. So everywhere else on your face, obviously your face probably a little bit more product because you want to cover up certain areas, or maybe you know, more concealer, whatever, right? But the nose area in general doesn't necessarily need as much coverage as the rest of the face. So therefore, keep it simple on the nose. You don't want too much of it. You know, you don't want to cover everything up. Like I have a lot of kind of sunspots or like freckles on my nose, and I don't mind them coming through. If anything, like I want them to come through because it just kind of like, you know, makes everything look a little bit more natural. It doesn't look so powdery. So anyway, let's go onto the nose. See that shine, guys? See that shine? You're watching this live. Wow. This is a powder you need to keep on your bag. This is crazy. This is honestly crazy. This is something you need to keep in your bag for sure, right? Okay, let's do this side now. What is going on, guys? It's not just me, right? Oh my God. Oh my God. Whoa. Guys, it's not even cakey. It's not even like, oh my God, I've got a hot, it looks like matte. Like, oh my God, it looks like cake face or anything. It's like, what? It is so good, right? I am really impressed with that. I am super impressed with that. Wow. Okay. Let's go along this side. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what to say to you guys. You've seen it for yourself. It has literally just mattified my skin. And I can tell you right now that it does not look close up cakey. It's just mattified my skin. That's it. I'm really, really impressed with that. And you know what else? The blush and the bronzer sits really, really well underneath here. So I'm super, super happy with that. So yeah, I would highly recommend that. Now, another quick one that I'm going to try for you is the Simi Haze Velvet Blur. Let me see which color. Do I do that one? Or this? Let me show you these. Okay, let me show you the packaging first. So it comes in the nice sleek packaging there. And I've got two shades here. I want you guys to tell me which one you want to see. I'll put a poll up in a second. Okay, so this is what the packaging is like. Again, quite bulky. It's like a bit bulky for the handbag. I just feel like, you know, I want something very small for my clutch or handbag. So I feel like it's a bit, it's good though, because it's like magnetic. I really do like the shape of it. It's pretty cool, right? So yeah, we've got two shades here, right? We've got one which is called Sahara and one is called Windburn. These two. I don't know if you guys can kind of see these. Let me just do this. So this is the Simi Haze Velvet Lip Blur. So Windburn is like a rose color. And then you've got Sahara, which is kind of like a, it's kind of like a tan color. There you go. What do you want, guys? So do you want the tan or do you want the rose? Which one do you want me to try? And while you guys are deciding on that, let me answer some of your questions. Whew. Someone mentioned Vaseline. Okay, sensitive eyes. Someone mentioned Vaseline on my waterline, but I don't think that's very hygienic. You're right, it's not hygienic. Personally, I would recommend you getting eye drops that are going to really help to kind of like, you need to put them in way in advance before you start your makeup. You need your eyes to be quite kind of hydrated and relaxed. I know that sounds weird because obviously if they're watering, you're kind of thinking that they're overhydrated or something, but they're not. You just want to kind of calm your eyes down a little bit. So you definitely don't want anything that's going to irritate your eyes. You also want to make sure that you don't put anything too close to your eyes. Sometimes what can happen is it's the makeup that actually irritates the tear duct, which can then make you keep watering. Do you see what I mean? So you really want to make sure that you're very careful with how you apply your eye cream. Don't apply it too close to your tear duct, like very close to your eyes. Make sure that you are kind of like taking a little bit of time with where and your application, sorry, where you would apply it. So, okay. What else do we have? Alexis, hi Nina, hi everyone, here from Orlando, Florida, USA. I'm happy to have the day off and be here live with everyone. Nina, you're the best and have taught us all so much. Thank you so much, Alexis. And we're so happy for you to join us here and really excited for you to watch back as well, because you're going to love what we've just done. That powder was insane. Guys, how oily was my skin before that? It's crazy, right? That powder is insane. You need to go get that. Head on to the description because it's in there. Okay. Yeah, the powder is amazing. I'm so impressed with it. It's Simi Haze. Okay, so what's your favorite makeup? So far, I have to say, do you know what? Actually, I'm going to go through my favorites after, because I'm going to explain to you what I think was really, really good. Okay, so let's see what you guys want to actually see. Okay, so it turns out you want to see Windburn, which is the rose color. Okay, let's go with Windburn. So I'm going to get a lip liner. So I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in 90s Pink because it's a similar color. Okay, I just literally line my lips quickly. I'm going to get a lip brush. Let's find a lip brush. Why can't I find a lip brush? Okay, where it is? So I'm just kind of blend this in. Okay. Let's now use this lipstick. So, that's weird what I was doing. Okay. Hold on, now it's 50-50. Tan or rose? Someone vote. Someone vote to take it over. Which one do you want to see? Tan or rose? Because it's 50-50. It's a tie. Rose is winning. Oh no. Now we're 50-50 again. Now it's rose. This is like the issue with lives. Okay, 53% rose, 55% rose. It's like I'm auctioning something off. Okay, so Tyler, this is Tyler from Texas, and you answered 2 of my questions on the last Q&A video. I'm studying to be a makeup artist and I'm in love with it. You inspired me to pursue makeup after watching your videos for a while. That's so nice, Tyler, and I'm so, so glad. I'm really hoping you're getting a lot out of this, and I'm wishing you so much luck. You don't need luck. You just need passion, as far as I'm concerned. Passion, consistency, and dedication. That's all you need to be great at anything, I think. So, okay. The girl that looks like Dora. Hey, Nina, so happy to see you. You are amazing. Oh, thanks so much. I've learned so much from you. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go with this. Really nice and just velvety. Pigment is great. That's really nice. Pigment is amazing. Guys, it goes on like a dream. It literally does. Let me just get a tissue to blot. And let me just sharpen the lip line a little bit. Guys, what are you thinking about this lip color? You guys voted for this. Not my usual color, but be interesting to see what you guys think of it. Yeah, so that is everything that I was trying, and hopefully you can understand why hopefully you can understand why I said at the beginning, this is not about this whole look. I'm not trying to show you a whole look, because this whole look, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't really go together. I wouldn't wear this lip color with these eyes. I probably wouldn't put like a pink blush on with this whole look. So I've got like earthy tones on my eyes, then I've got rose here, then I've got like a candy pink on my cheeks. I wouldn't put all of this together. This is about testing makeup and showing you guys exactly what the products are like, what the packaging is like, what my first impressions are like of these products, so that you guys can really see, okay, actually this is pretty good, you know, or this isn't that good, or I don't like how this applied, and I can give you my honest opinion as I'm putting it on. So let me talk through my favorites. I definitely love the liquid eyeshadows, because I feel like that's something which is, firstly, I think the colors are amazing. It's great for any kind of skin tone, to be honest. I feel like if you are very dark skin tone, it might be a bit harder, but it's probably going to give you more of a pastel-y look in that sense. But if you have like my skin tone, or even lighter skin tone than me, I feel like that's going to be like a really nice kind of deeper look for you. So it's a great like a trio liquid set, because I feel like you can use them separately as well, and they do look really good together, as you guys can see as well. I do love those. I would highly recommend those. So there are quite a few products that I'm actually really loving. There hasn't been anything that I've tried today where I've thought, you know what, I actually don't like that. I've been honest about the packaging for Simi Haze. Like, I do feel like, okay, I open it up and I'm like, is this like, I don't know, like building blocks, like kids building blocks or something? It's just like a bit kind of, you know, I don't know what you guys are like, but you know, especially if I'm going to an event or an evening event, like if I'm at like an evening glamorous event, not that I go to loads of glamorous events, but like, and I've got like a nice bag, and then I pull out this. Do you know what I mean? I'm just a bit kind of like, it's a bit kiddish. I don't mind pulling this out, because it's kind of like the color, it's, you know, I mean, it's a bit annoying, because it's like, if I'm in a rush and I'm like trying to undo it, whereas I'd rather like a compact set. The only thing for me is like the packaging is not great. I don't think it's really, what's the word? It's not ideal. That wasn't the word, but I can't think of the word, but it's not ideal, basically. So yeah, I do really love the Simi Haze products though, because I feel like this lipstick is absolutely a dream. It feels like a dream on the lips. I feel like the color, the pigment is amazing. This isn't the kind of color that I would go for. I would probably go for more of a lighter color, because I don't wear lipstick very often. I mainly stick to like a bit of lip liner and a bit of lip balm and mix it all together. But maybe I would dab a bit of this on to just kind of like see what it's like. So that's my honest opinion of that. The pigment is absolutely amazing. It feels amazing. Feels like a dream on the lips. Absolutely amazing. But I just have a little bit of an issue with the packaging. It's just a bit frustrating, because you know, I'm not a kid. I don't want kid makeup. And I know it's all amazing inside, but I also want it to look nice, you know, that's also partly what you're paying for too. So that's my honest opinion of that. The powder was absolutely insane. I absolutely love it. And considering I did apply it a little while ago, my skin is still super matte. And honestly, if you joined this video a little bit later on and you've seen my face like this, you really need to rewind after and watch my face, like see what it was like before, because I started this video with foundation on and no powder. So you could really see that shine. And now you should have seen as I was applying the powder, it was just amazing. It just kind of like mattified my skin instantly. And what I really love about it is it's not cakey. It doesn't feel like it's a lot, you know, on the skin. Even the bronzer, again, only issue is the packaging, but I absolutely loved applying it. You saw for yourself, it's actually not that much of a dark color. So even though this looks like this, I thought this was going to be too dark for my skin. And when I started applying it, it's just this really beautiful, transparent shade. It's this color, but it's just see-through, if that makes sense. So it really is a lovely, lovely, like they're lovely makeup products on the inside. Then moving on, I didn't think this was like all that, to be honest. The lip gloss, it felt really nice. It just felt like a lip balm. I don't know if this is really going to kind of be plumping. I'm not too sure about that, but it wasn't like, it didn't blow me away. Like I wasn't like, wow, this is amazing. So I would not go and purchase that probably. But then when we use this, the She Glam Color Bloom Liquid Blush, I have to say this really impressed me for a liquid blush. The pigment was amazing. It actually blended really nicely onto the skin. Sometimes I find with liquid blush, sometimes they can kind of be a bit patchy on the skin, or they almost kind of like remove some of the foundation and then some of it stays there. It's really weird. But I feel like this actually looks really good on the skin and it blended perfectly. The application was great and it actually sat really nicely underneath the powder too. So I'm super happy about that. So those are my honest thoughts about all those products. And like I said, all the products are listed in my description. You just need to head over and the links are going to take you straight to it. And now let's finish off with some questions, guys. Okay. So Jackie has put, what is the best way to remove dead skin from your lips before applying lipstick? I try to be gentle and it still like rips off. Okay. So this is what I've always recommended for many, many years. Even when I used to train like aspiring makeup artists, I used to say the same thing and it's worked wonders. It's really basic. You don't need to go out and buy lip scrub. I feel like a lot of the time, you know, there are things out there in the makeup world which really you could do at home with a couple of products that you probably already have. So what I would recommend is get a spare toothbrush, but a soft bristle toothbrush, right? So a spare one, obviously, not the one that you use. Get a soft bristle toothbrush and then get some Vaseline. Now, what you want to do is dry your lips completely. You want to put a thick layer of Vaseline over your lips. Then you want to get that soft bristled toothbrush and you want to very lightly brush your lips, very lightly. You don't want to go too hard. You don't want to press too hard because you can end up kind of like taking off too much of the skin. You want to go very, very, very lightly. So basically your pressure is just skimming over the skin. Do that a couple of nights in a week, every week, a few nights a week, and you're really going to see a difference. And obviously after you've kind of taken it off, you want to then apply a little bit of like whatever kind of lip hydrator you use or lip balm. It's up to you. But I use Vaseline to kind of like get rid of the dead skin. So that's going to work wonders for you. Okay, so this is actually a really nice lip. It's kind of like growing on me. I feel like, yeah, it's kind of growing on me. Okay. Thank you so much, Michelle. That is very sweet of you. Really, really appreciate that. And thank you so much for being here. It looks like Rare Beauty Brave. It does a little bit, doesn't it? But it's a little bit more pinkish because Brave is quite kind of like, it's quite a little bit orangey, I think. So would you use a brush instead of a puff with the pressed powder? I would probably try it, but I think the puff works better to get rid of the shine, to be honest. Like, honestly, I think the puff does work much better. So Michelle has put, I agree about the packaging. It's marketed towards teens, preteens. Yeah, it's not really something I really want to pull out my bag, to be honest, although it does work so well. So, you know, it's a shame. But anyway, okay. Why did it take you so long to do your first live? So the girl that looked like Dora said, why did it take you so long to do your first live? You have been doing makeup for years and you are so awesome. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate that. I think it was a kind of a combination of feeling, I don't know, maybe a little bit nervous, maybe a bit like I kind of wanted to build up my audience a little bit on YouTube because I was kind of waiting until I kind of get to that 500,000 mark. And I guess it's kind of something that it's like like something private that I kind of like thought to myself that, you know what, I'm going to do that when I get to that point. So it's kind of like trying to work towards that, like getting to that 500,000, marker point of subscribers. I just knew in my head, like, okay, when I get close to that, I'm going to start doing lives. I'm going to start doing lives. Or when I get to 500,000, I can't remember if I started this when I reached the 500,000 or just before, but it was round about that time. But it was something that I told myself that, you know what, I'm gonna start doing it then. And along the way, I'd say it's also a mix of kind of like trying to build up that courage and confidence myself too, because like I said earlier, I feel like this is another reason why I do this channel, like I said, because I really want to kind of instill that confidence and that self-love in people, for people to really feel like they are beautiful, because it isn't about the conventional stereotypical beauty look, that you might see. You are who you are, and I just want to show you how you can make the most of your features, which are probably already stunning anyway. It's just about you seeing that in yourself. So for me, I have those, I have insecurities too. And I feel like for me, it was kind of like building up that courage. It took me quite a while to actually start on YouTube too, because I was very nervous about being on YouTube and like people judging me, or maybe people not liking me, or people being like, okay, she's not good at this, or these are things that valid kind of things that I think most people do think when they're starting something new. I very quickly got over that. Don't get me wrong. It's not kind of like, it's not something I think about today. I really don't care what people think. I do care about the ones who give me that positivity, because I feel like that's support and I appreciate that. And I would 100% give that back. And that's what I'm trying to give to people anyway. But it is something that I feel like it's kind of like, everyone has their thing, all their things that they deal with. And one of them for me was getting to that point of doing lives, because I was like, okay, what if I have like, I don't know, you just think of all sorts of things. You're like, are people going to even watch me? Like, I know they watch my videos. It was hard enough getting to that point where you're like, okay, oh my God, amazing. I've got like nearly 500,000 subscribers. That's amazing. Even if I have 1,000 subscribers, I remember getting so excited about that. Even 200 subscribers, I was like, wow, like that's 200 people. Do you know what I mean? So I was really happy about that. But then the bigger that number got, I was also putting more pressure on myself, because I was like, if I go live, are any of these people actually going to watch me? So I was kind of like, what, it was just normal stuff. So I think that's why it took me so long as well. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. When you tightline your upper lash, this is it Michaela? Is that how you say your name? Or is it, I would say Michaela, but maybe I've got it wrong. When you tightline your upper lash line, how do you prevent it from transferring to the bottom line? I would always use something which is waterproof. Like I would say the Hourglass eye pencils are amazing. They're waterproof. So always make sure you do use something which is waterproof. It makes a massive difference. Would you put mascara on your lower lashes or mature eyes? That's from Lynette. Yes, you can, but I would make sure that you only touch the ends of your lashes, not brush it all the way through, because that can look a little bit spidery and a bit too much. Okay, answered that one. Your videos have helped me. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. I love your videos. I've learned loads. You're a teacher, friend, an amazing person. Thank you so much, Lynette. Well, guys, that's about it from me. This live is done. I've been really, really loving this whole session today with you guys. I've really enjoyed it. And I hope that you guys have too. And I'm wishing you so much love wherever you are in the world. And don't forget that we are going to be doing a live next Sunday, and I'm going to be during the week adding a list of products that you're going to want to get ready so that you can actually do that live with me and apply your makeup and do the whole look with me. We're going to be doing a natural kind of like workday look, and it's going to be quick and easy for you guys because I don't want to overwhelm you, because I want you guys to do it with me. And I'm going to give you the list during the week. I'm going to put it up on the community page, so stay tuned, because I'm going to put a whole list, everything you need from skincare to the finished like makeup product. It doesn't matter if you don't have the exact product, okay? As long as you have something which is similar, okay? So, and I'm talking about texture as well. And if you don't, and if any of you maybe are thinking, you know what, actually I want to go out and get whatever I want to get, then, you know, at least you'll know like what you need to get. I won't necessarily tell you the exact product I'll be using. I'll just write like cream bronzer or powder bronzer or whatever, and then you can pick whatever you want to pick from that, and then obviously make sure that you have it. So I'm really excited about that. I feel like it's going to be like a little kind of session that we're going to do together. It's going to be fun. Okay, guys. Well, I love you guys so much, and I'm hoping you have the best Sunday ever. I am going to head off now. I'm going to go probably have a chamomile tea and then take my makeup off and, you know, have a shower and get into bed. So I love you loads, and thank you so much for being here. Love you guys so much. Good night, guys. Good night.